Hi there, good morning. It is about 11:30 or so out there. You can see the city and country of Manama is the capital of Bahrain here. I just spent 4 days here. Very nice time. Really enjoyed experiencing this country that I knew so little about. Just got a little taste of it on my way to India, flying to Delhi right now at the airport. I am going back to India for the 11th time. It has been 2.5 years since my last trip to India in 2019, right before the pandemic. But it's really been almost 5 years since I did a for real exploring trip to India, because the last time to Goa in 2019 was only for 5 days. The time that I visited India before that was in 2018, and that one was only for 5 days as well. It was in 2017 that I did my last proper trip exploring India, so I'm very excited, stoked, super pumped to go back to one of my favorite countries in the world and get that intense Indian experience, the vibrancy, the busyness, the strange smells and experiences and incredible food and people and the landscapes and architecture and all that kind of stuff. There's one added challenge to this trip to India, which is that it is going to be very, very hot. It is already 40 degrees Celsius, 104 Fahrenheit, around there. It is March 31st, so it's barely even spring and already heating up like crazy in India. So we'll see how that goes. If it is too much, I will head for the hills. However, I am planning to explore some places in the plains that I've been to before, but it's been a long time. I don't have new, better videos, and so want to document and show some of these lesser known places of India that are really, really amazing. So it is a 4-hour direct flight from here straight to Delhi, so that is great, nice and easy. It was $209 for this flight. I think that includes luggage as well, and so it should be a fairly easy day, depending on the requirements of entering. I should be all set based on my online research, but you never know if things in reality are going to match up with what you read online. But I have my old 10-year Indian visa. The old visas have been reinstated. I shouldn't need a COVID test. Once I get into the airport, then waiting for the plane and then the flight, and then I land at 8:50 p.m. So it will be dark, so you won't be able to see the streets of India for today. But lots more coming from incredible India. Looking forward to it. So let's get going. Here we go. All right, I am in, all checked in through security. There are a few things that I want to explain. I will find a quiet place to do a little talking. Let's see what we got here. There we go. GF 134, 2 o'clock. It is currently about 12:15, so we got plenty of time. So that is 2,900 Indian rupees. I just exchanged money at a currency exchange desk here in the airport. It wasn't a great rate, as is usually the case in airports, but it wasn't really worth the hassle of holding on to what I had left of the Bahraini dinar, which was 20 dinar, or about $53 US, holding on to that until getting to India, and then maybe in the airport. Bahrain is, not a big country, and so maybe the Bahraini dinar is not all that desired, and so maybe I get to the airport in Delhi and they don't exchange Bahraini dinar, and then I have this note that I have to go to banks and blah blah blah. So just got rid of that, got some rupees there, and so I wanted to talk about the complications of checking in and the visa and everything situation. I was a little bit concerned about a couple of different issues, just because you never know exactly if the information online is going to match up with reality. And so The two main things that I was concerned about is the visa and the travel restrictions as far as COVID goes. So I was pretty darn sure, based on online research, that I only needed either COVID test or vaccination card. As I've mentioned before, I am vaccinated, and so I had the vaccination card, and so that turned out to be fine. And so the visa situation is that I have a 10-year India visa. Americans are allowed to get 10-year Indian visas that I got in 2016. Because of the pandemic, then all old visas were canceled, and so my 10-year visa was no longer valid. However, I had heard that the visas could potentially be reinstated in the future, and so I was really hoping that that would be the case, because otherwise you have to get the online e-visa that is only valid for 1 month. There might be a new one that is also valid for 2 months, but anyways, I would have had to have gone through the inconvenience of doing the online thing, getting the e-visa, paying for that, as well as being limited in time. Now with my 10-year visa, I cannot stay in India for 10 years straight. It is 6 months at a time, then you have to leave and come back, but 6 months is better than 1 or 2 months. So recently in the news, then it was announced that old Indian visas were reinstated because India is opening back up more fully. And so I had seen this in the news in the past week or 10 days or whatever, and was super stoked about that. But still isn't a sure thing until you're actually, through check-in and through security and everything. And then there is a second potential complication, which is that my Indian visa is in an old passport that I originally got in 2014. As I mentioned, the visa I got in 2016. I had to get a new passport after only 3 years because I had filled it up with stamps. I made the mistake of not getting the greater number of pages in my passport at that time. You can get twice as many pages in your passport in the United States if you just request it, and I hadn't thought to do that the last time, and so with all my traveling I filled it up in 3 years and then had to get a new passport. But my Indian visa was in the old passport. Now, that was valid. I had been to India twice since then, and I knew that that should still be valid. But again, with things having changed, I wasn't exactly certain. And so I get to the check-in desk here, and they're a little confused by the passport situation with my visa being in another passport. And so he goes to an office and asks them, and so I'm waiting and a little nervous about that, but comes back and all is good. However, there was something that I hadn't anticipated, which is a passenger locator form, which is something that has been the norm throughout this pandemic, but I'd kind of forgotten about it. It's been a while since I've had to do that. I hadn't come across that in my research looking at requirements for India, and so I get to the desk and they say, do you have the passenger locator form? And I did not. And so they said, well, you can go to this travel agency and they will do it for you, because they weren't sure of the website or whatever, the app or something. And so he recommends going to this travel office that is inside the airport. So I go over there. It's going to cost 3 Bahraini dinars, which is $8 or so. There are these girls that are standing right near the travel office, and I can tell that they are going through the app. I'm assuming that they just decided that they didn't want to pay the $8. They all have backpacks, so they're backpackers on a budget, I'm sure. And so they were doing it themselves, I guess. So I go up to the desk. There's no other line or anything, and the guy starts doing the process. I'm really glad that that was available, because I'm overhearing the girls who are dealing with the app, and they're running into all these issues, one of which is that the app is asking them to upload their COVID-19 test results, even though they are vaccinated and they should only need one or the other. And so they finally give up on that and go to the desk as well. So that is something to keep in mind if you're planning to travel to India, is that you might have to do that passenger locator form, and there might be complications with it. And if you're flying from San Francisco or London or somewhere else, then maybe they don't have that option of a travel office that will do that process for you, because here there are a lot of Indians flying back and forth from India to Bahrain, and so that might be kind of a special thing that they have that available here. Not sure, but that is something to keep in mind. So you have those 3 things basically for traveling to India. Now, you got to have a visa. You need to have a passport that has at least 6 months validity. That is actually just part of the number 1. And then you need to have either a COVID test or a vaccine card, and then you need to have the passenger locator form. So that is the deal. So I'm just waiting for my flight another hour or so until check-in, and then hopefully the flight goes smooth and I don't run into the problem in Istanbul in which the navigation system of the plane was broken and they had to disembark us off the plane, wait in the airport, catch another plane or whatever. So nothing is ever certain until you actually land and get there. So hopefully things go smooth from here. We'll see. Mission accomplished. Taxi, hotel flight. No thanks.
Taxi?
I'm looking for the taxi stand.
Where do you want to go? Which hotel?
Where is the official taxi stand?
That's the official taxi stand. I have 10 taxis. Just check the price. Where do you want to go? Which hotel?
How much to Bahrain?
400 rupees, sir.
Okay then.
Come.
Let's do it.
You like India?
Oh, I love India.
How many times?
This is 11 times. First time after pandemic, so.
Stay there. Stay there.
Okay.
And take any delivery.
Okay. It smells like India. It's not pleasant, but I like it. You can see the haze in the air. There was a garbage heap that was burning away and just totally polluting the air of Delhi, like just in the past couple of days. So that is making it even worse.
As you like 400, 450, 500.
No problem. Okay.
You are alone?
Yes.
भाई साहब 46,884 सिटी Which country you from, sir?
United States.
Oh, sir,
America.
India.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here. It's good to be back.
How many days? Like this time you Delhi is like travel?
In Delhi, maybe 5 days or so, and then I will go south.
South. So you are tourist.
I'm tourist, yes.
But I think this time you go now in south is much hotter in Delhi.
I know, it's going to be too hot. And then I will go to the mountains, to the Himalayas.
Himalaya.
Maybe Sikkim, Darjeeling.
You go in good place like north side.
Yes, exactly. First, some places in the plains, in the heat.
Have fun, enjoy.
Thank you, I will. I was here 2.5 years ago.
Oh,
Yes.
like before COVID, huh?
Exactly, just before COVID in Goa.
Goa.
Yeah.
Go Goa.
Yes, go Goa.
Sir, welcome back.
Thank you, thank you.
I think we hope.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy.
Everything is okay.
Yes, I think so. It's getting better. It's getting better.
In US, everything fine?
Yes, everything is good now.
And now also in India.
Yeah. I flew today only from Bahrain.
Bahrain?
Yes.
So your flight is Canada to Bahrain?
No, I've been traveling in Europe for 2 months.
Where in Europe?
France, Italy, Albania, and then England, London, and then Bahrain.
It's a very bad in like Russia and Ukraine.
Oh yeah, it's so sad. It's so sad. Very bad situation. I have been to Ukraine also.
Oh.
I've been Kiev, Lviv, Lviv. Yes, beautiful cities.
But now is very, very nothing.
Yeah, destroying a country. It's so sad. It's really crazy.
Have fun.
Thank you very much, sir. There's 600. It's okay. No change.
This is good. No problem.
You said 400. I give you 600. It's good.
No, very good. Sir.
Okay.
Thanks.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Efadasto. So I just said Efadasto. That is Greek for thank you. In Hindi. Okay, what is it in Hindi? Now I'm trying to remember. It will pop into my head eventually. Here we are. Paharganj Main Bazaar. The main travelers area. Excuse me? It's near the railway station.
My friend, it's too far.
You make omelets?
Yeah,
I see.
put omelette with chai, noodles, and everything.
I see.
And if you want to take a good and cheap room, so better you see the Apple Villa. Good and nice and cheap room.
Apple Villa, nice. But I have a reservation already down here, so.
Ah, that's something different.
Thank you. Maybe see you later. Yep. Dhanyavad. There we go. Is thank you in Hindi. I am wiped out. It was an early morning. Getting up for the flight. Not a bad flight. A very smooth day, all considering. Could have been worse. The flight was actually delayed by about an hour. But we somehow arrived like on time, so. Hare Krishna Guest House. Anup. Hotel Arjun. We've got a guy trying to sell me something. Excuse me, bro, he said. It is good to be back. Man, oh man. It's been 4.5 years because the last 2 times I came to India was to Goa and Vizag. I didn't come to Delhi. It is definitely a bit different. It's cleaner and more organized, kind of. I don't know, it's pretty much the same, but okay, Sam's Bar, Vivek Hotel. This is the first hotel that I stayed at, my first time to India. And I was actually trying to book a room there, but they didn't have it on booking.com. But the hotel that I have booked looks really nice. Looking forward to seeing the action in the morning. Hello, namaskar. Everest Cafe. Everything is totally familiar now. Recognize this junction up here. Exotic cafe and restaurant. It's all coming back. The memories. The India memories. So I'm basically way down, almost to the railway station. I would kind of prefer to be closer up here, but no biggie. Especially if the room is good. Hotel Hari Purko. First time I've heard of that one.
Oh, BOCrew?
I have reservation. So notice that not many people are wearing the masks. I guess the mask mandate has been lifted. It's not required anymore. I am so thankful, especially with the heat, to be wearing a mask in the day with sunglasses, getting fogged up, and it just heats you up. And so amazing news that things are getting back to normal around the world. Let's hope it keeps going in that direction. Not a lot of foreigners. That is the big difference. Usually you'd be seeing all kinds of backpackers walking down here, so it's kind of a little bit sad in a way, just because this is the traveler's central. It is part of the fun of coming to Bahrain, just seeing all the other foreign travelers and their backpacks and people from just all over the world. Partly because it is heating up. I think mostly it's a matter of COVID and the fact that India just opened up. March 27th was like the official date of regular flights coming into India. Today is March 31st, so just a few days ago. Okay, where's my hotel? Here we go, $31 a night. Very nice room. Just one little problem. Not the bathroom, other than the floor getting wet situation, but no biggie there. The little problem is the window situation. When I booked it, it said city view. So here is the view. If you can see, the view is of a wall. It's like, what is the point of these windows? There's these two windows. This one actually opens. So it looks down, it looks up to some sort of a roof or something up there. Hopefully at least a little light will come through in the morning. We'll see. I considered asking them about changing rooms, but I'm just not in the mood. I'm tired out, and if anything, that will keep it a little bit quieter and cooler. So I'll just see tomorrow how it is, if it's like too kind of dark and dreary in here, and then otherwise maybe ask them to change. But I am seriously wiped out. So that is going to do it for this video. Lots more coming from incredible India. The adventure is just beginning.